Now, your spirit is, I don't know, Pastor Ive, what's the name for an apartment that can only accommodate one individual? What's it called here in the US? Studio apartment. Wow, that's great. Your spirit is a studio apartment. Your spirit was designed for one occupant only. And your spirit was not designed to accommodate, it wasn't designed to accommodate demons, it was designed to accommodate God. Are you there? Okay, now I am 6'2", and once upon a time I was walking in a city called Lagos, and Lagos is a very chaotic city in Nigeria, and so I had to rent a house close to my office in order to cut my transportation cost. Unfortunately for me, the houses that were close to my office, of which I got one, they were built for okay, the place was called Games Village. They were built for sporting people, and most sporting people except the ones that are into basketball are not as tall as I am. So the ceiling was close to my head, and they have, oh, you don't know what a ceiling fan is? Do you know what ceiling fan is? Okay, so the accommodation also has ceiling fan. So obviously that accommodation was not designed for somebody like me. So if I want to put on my shirt and I do like this, I come into the field of the ceiling fan. The accommodation injured me for as long as I stayed there, because it was not designed for someone my height. I am saying this to show you that your spirit studio, the studio of your spirit, was designed to accommodate God. God, in his wisdom, decided to issue what we call a royal decree. And that royal decree is what we have in the book of Psalms 115, verse 16. If you have that scripture, put it on the screen. Psalms 115, verse 16. This scripture is a scripture that reveals what we call jurisdiction. Okay, let me read it from my Bible, since the technical people have. We need to pray before the technical people will put in scripture. Fast before them. Now this is a royal decree. This scripture gives us an idea of jurisdiction. It says even the heavens are the Lord's, but the earth has he given to the children of men. This is a royal decree. This makes it illegal for God to step into human affairs without being invited by a human being, because this earth doesn't belong to spirits. It belongs to you and it belongs to me. Is that clear? Yes. Now, in order for God to govern this earth, what he did was that he created your spirit. Are you with me? Now let me show you something. He created your spirit. I would have moved you to the book of Zechariah to show you the creation pattern, what the heavens were created for. The earth was created for man, and then the spirit within man was created for God. The reason for that is that God is hoping that you will accept his lordship and then invite him to come into that accommodation, so that man will become the creature that gives him legitimacy to function in the earth, because he inhabits your spirit. He'll be operating from your spirit, and you become a vehicle that carries him around. That was why he could make this royal decree. Are you still following me? Yes. Now, but unfortunately, many people invited Satan in. Just like this guy in the book of Mark chapter 5, he invited Satan into that studio. And when Satan came into that studio, Satan is the one that had possessed him. The spiritual influence that was governing that individual was no longer God, it was Satan. And there are three things I would like you to take note of. First of all, because of the governing spirit of darkness that was in the life of that individual, he could not stay in a normal accommodation. A normal accommodation doesn't look conducive to him. Those of you that are from Africa, you know what I'm talking about. Someone we call a madman. He cannot stay where people stay. He has a strange, a custom-made accommodation. In the case of the guy that we are trying to analyze, the place he feels at home is in the tomb. Are you there? So you know I told you to underline two other words there. Number one, if you want to bind him, maybe you want to restrain him against his will, you will not be able to achieve that. Okay, so okay, we are not binding you. Now what we want to do is to tame you. Dogs can be tamed and they can become friendly. Pets can be tamed, they can become so friendly that you connect with them. When you make a sign, the pet understands what you mean and the pet goes to work. But this guy, because of the ruling influence over his life, he cannot be tamed. Are you still with me? You know what I'm doing is education. It can be tamed. So that's the description of an individual that is suffering from demonic possession. Satan has taken over the studio.